So during COVID, man, I tried to walk to India, right? And my passport got stolen and I got deported back and I got dropped off on the streets of London where I've never lived. They even told me before they dropped me off at Zagreb, they said, "Oh, we can see your last passport came from Dublin." I said, "Exactly. I live in Ireland." They dropped me off on the streets of London anyway. And within a month, it went into lockdown. Now, I don't know who was watching me on the cameras when I had a knife to my throat after a week on Christmas Day. They dropped me off on the 17th of December. After a week, I had a knife to my throat on Christmas Day. Crackheads looking for stuff. I tried calling the cops. I shouted for help. No cops showed up. A month later, it went into lockdown. The streets were empty. It was only me. I'm just thinking, is this a plan from God or what's going on? So as I'm walking around after this, right, I'm going through the Kent countryside. I'm like, I'm not hanging around in London. This guy gave me 30 quid before I left London, right? Takes me to the supermarket. I was going in there thinking with this guy's 30 quid, he gave me a lift in his car. I was sitting in a car park at the time. I thought I was going to go in there and get fresh fruits and vegetables. When I went in there, all the shelves were bare. And I'm looking at the Sainsbury's and I'm like, how many people are living around here? The entire shelves are bare. What are these people going to eat? There's nothing here. I can't buy anything. Dead. No deliveries. All I could find, do you know what I found with this guy's 30 quid? All I could find was hot chocolate. Not hot chocolate, sorry. Cocoa powder. Up on the top shelf. 90% cocoa. I'm like, alright, if there's no fruit or veg, I'm going for 90% cocoa. I come out of there. He said, "Did you get what you wanted?" I said, "No, I went in there for fruit and veg. It's empty." And he said, "Yeah, that's what it's like now. There's no fruit or veg." I was like, okay. Run me as far as you can out of this town of London, bro, because I'm going into the woods. So anyway, I had to pretend to be deaf for the next few days or weeks during that COVID lockdown thing, right? I had cops showing up to me with no masks, coming right up to me and demanding my ID and what I was doing. You're not allowed to be outside, right? And, so I just say nothing, right? And I go into Caveman. I got some chalk and I was drawing signs and symbols on the roads and stuff. Like I was writing messages on the roads. Or something else I was going to say leading up to this point. Oh, yeah. So one of these times, these cops have pulled up to me, right? And this was on this road. It was like in a town or something. I tried to do Nintendo, right? I don't know if you know, like, if you're ever homeless, play Nintendo, it means Nintendos. So I did Nintendo and it was silent. So I think that's what triggered these people that were in the houses to call the cops because I never said anything. I did pranam, namaste, and then I did like the hand to the mouth thing, like that, like to show like food or something, right? So I did Nintendo. I was like, I'll just do Nintendo, just just to give people a chance, you know. Um, it's basically like down the road, the cops showed up to me, and I'm not talking. I've gone into a vow of silence at this point, guys. Like this is a particular survival technique because if I, go around swearing and shouting my head off, it's not good. So I knew from France when it had already happened when I don't speak French that the best thing to do is completely quit talking and go into full internal prayer. So anyway, the cops showed up. They were trying to get me to speak, and they thought I was deaf, or they just respect that you are in your, you do not have to say anything, but if you do say anything, right? So I know that they appreciate people that don't say anything, yeah. So while these cops are around me and I'm writing stuff in their books, I'm writing like the chalk on the road. I'm writing stuff in their books, trust me. And then this guy pulls up and he jumps out the car, yeah? And he sees me like he can see that I'm vagabond, megadom, shamanic healer, yeah? And he comes over and he's like, "Get away from him. why are you bullying him? Can you not see he's outside? Get away from him, yeah? And the cops say to him, they just shut him down, and they're like, they say, who are you? Like, we're talking with him, meaning me. Like, we're talking with him, not with you. Go away. And he goes, rah! Right, psychs right out. Goes off, drives off again. I'm just still, like, silent. I'm not saying anything, mate. I'm just like, just completely mute. This guy comes back a couple of minutes later, right? He's got a ton of noodles. He's got a slab of water and a load of chocolate, right? He brings it over to me, pops it in my trolley. He's like, here's some noodles, here's some water, here's some chocolates. And see, he already knew what was needing to be done that the cops couldn't do, right? But really, though, although the cops tried to tell him we're talking with him, not when I wasn't talking, it was saying we're talking with him and I wasn't talking, and psyched him and he went away. He came back with food and water and chocolates, right? Now, this was really funny because after he went away again, he goes, right, is that all right? Yep. And I'm just like doing pranams, you know what I mean? Silently. So then when he left, although those cops told him to go away, we're talking with him, not with you. When he went away, the police guy said, wait here. And he followed what that guy did. And he went off in the cop car and he came back and he was like, here, I've got you this and this and this. And he brought a load of food to me as well. And then he just left me. So it was crazy. They actually understood what the other guy brought me and they copied him and brought me stuff as well. So that's how I saw the humanity in the lockdown. And then after this, I move along a bit more, right? And there's a shop, and I sit cross-legged, and I start praying on the beads, and wait. And this guy comes up, he gives me a 10 spot, and then he says, like, I'm going to call the council right now, they're going to get you a place. And I'm like, shaking my head, I'm still on a vow of silence. I'm not going inside any buildings, because that's where the virus is at, right? I'm staying outside, man. So anyway, he tries to call us, he puts his phone to my ear, and they're like saying, what's your name? Where are you? And I'm just like, silent. I'm not going to break my vow of silence. No. So I listen. They ask me a ton of questions. I say nothing at all. I'm like, hello, hello. And I just pass the phone back to the boy. And then he starts swearing at them and he says, you've got a care of duty. You've got a care of duty to help him. You got a care. And I never said anything. The whole time I'm just passively neutral. I'm praying for the benefit of all living beings. Like, you wouldn't have heard my voice like I'm talking to you now. I was just like, I went deep. I went deep into caring. Just whatever's going on. Love, kindness, giving, but no words. Anything I say is just going to fry them. And once this guy swears enough at these council people, you got to care of duty. And I'm like, right, it's time to stand up here gently and just keep going along. Let's see where we're going. All the way to Hastings from London, dude. So those were the days. And it was like something from that, what was that? Resident Evil or something? Do you remember when the woman comes out the hospital and it's just bare streets? It was something chilling. I had a skateboard before. Yeah, I had actually got a skateboard, right? And it was H-Town. And the graphic, it said, what was there was a mess. Yeah, keep the dream alive. It said H-Town, keep the dream alive. And it had holographic grip tape. And I tried to figure out what that meant. I went on the internet. H-Town is a skate shop in Hastings. So I was like, this board is my graphic. Now check this out. Type this in now on YouTube, yeah? I mean on Google. Type in lucid dreaming. I think it's Sandra Ball. Ball. Look at the front cover of this book. I found this book as well. Lucid Dreaming. I may have got the name wrong. Someone Ball. It's a skateboard on the front cover, right? So I had this book as well. This book of Lucid Dreaming. And I had the H-Town board. So when I was trapped in London and it all went into lockdown, I literally just looked at the bottom of my skateboard, yeah? And it was like a compass for me. The same as the front cover of that Lucid Dreaming book. I've got it here. I've actually got it. It's on the dash box. So anyway, I made a beeline to Hastings when it went into Resident Evil, and it took 10 months, and then I got this apartment, and it's like the ocean outside my apartment. Like, unbelievable, man. Crazy. But I think if that lockdown had not happened, I would probably still be outside like I am now. Oh, why are we still outside? Oh, we've gone back outside because they started drilling and removed the door frame of my apartment in November. So I've had workmen in there 8 months, and now they started on my apartment without communication. So feeling intimidated, so I have to bust. But it's all good, man. Yeah, it's better for me to be outside because it's easier to get out the house if you're already outside the house. Like, that's what I'll tell you. It's like, for me, if I'm in that flat, it's so nice that I don't come out of it enough, and then I suffer. It's better to already be outside. Like, this makes it easier for me in the morning because all I have to do is put on my shoes and I'm already outside the house. So it's like, it's much easier to get out the house because I'm already out of the house, if that makes sense. And that was a 17-miler around Mountain Doe yesterday, and that's exactly what I needed. And it was Mountain Doe riding through the snow, like a little bit, not trench deep snow. It was just a nice crisp snowfall on those Mount Doe paths with a few little cocky robins showing up, and I put a few, whatever, down for them. And smiles, waves, Ireland, everyone you pass is friendly. It's exactly where I need to be. I'm so blessed. Thank you, guys. Happy New Year.